Hey, hello
Welcome
everyone.
back to the Bricktacular Broadcast Network here on YouTube and on Rumble. And OMG, this is the second annual Celebrity Lego Masters Holiday Bricktacular. And I found my Santa hats.
Yay!
So I am ready for a costume change when we get to the finale.
There you go.
When we did this last year, I think I actually wore a cocktail dress for the finale. It was like I think Remy had worn like a tie and a jacket and everything, and I said, yeah, I think we could be more casual this year. But I will change to the finale hat once we make the announcement.
I already changed. My change already happened because this is a different Santa hat from the other night.
Well, I have a selection, and this is only a portion of my selection, but I was finally glad to find it. But tomorrow, for those of you who are going to tune in for the community build, I'll be wearing my elf hat, which actually has a bell on the end, because we're going to be building Santa's front yard. There's several of us, nice. I Brick, You Brick, and Royal Bricks 503. And if you want to join us too, PT, you're welcome to. You don't have to build Santa's front yard. You can build whatever you want. But we're just going to do this together as a community. So yeah. But yeah. So anyway, how's your holidays been? I think the tournament's over, right?
The holiday over?
No, the tournament.
Oh, the tournament. No. Tournament hasn't started. He's just been playing regular non-league games. The tournament is after Christmas, between Christmas and New Year's.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So we'll play a little bit of sports ball there. So that'll be
we'll see they did say, so newsflash, so everybody knows this already, that Lego Masters Season 5 will be airing sometime next year, 2024. And we've been invited again to do the coverage of the shows. So very excited to see who the teams are going to be. We do know that Poppy and Ben are not coming back for Season 5, but maybe in a future episode or season, possibly. But Ben says he has to graduate.
That's priorities, I would say.
Good priorities. But it was a great season. I was talking to somebody online about how this season, I think what was nice about this season is it had really good challenging, different challenges for the contestants, but they didn't, I don't know. I think they really showcased a lot of the talent, more so than they have in previous episodes or previous seasons.
Yeah. Well, I think we talked about it, that it would, there was movement, even if it wasn't required. Almost every build, someone had movement in there.
Right. And we attribute that to Jordan and Chris. Because Jordan kept putting motion into everything, even from, day one that they put on their boat. That was the one where they had the Knight's Castle on a boat, and they had flying dragons and other things all going at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
No, that and big. I think especially with those final builds, they were huge.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 8 feet by 8 feet. Like what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That's insane. Yeah. So they said go big or go home, right? So
yeah. I don't even trying to think what the biggest thing I've even built. I don't know. It's probably one of those, the Star Wars little Star Destroyer or something like that. That's 2 feet, 3 feet long.
Yeah. For me, it's only been, I think, 64 studs by 32 studs is the largest building I've made, and 2 stories.
Yeah.
If I make it like 4 or 5 stories, then I think I would have accomplished something. But I have made the Daily Bugle.
Hey, there you go.
Still 32 by 32, but it's 4 stories.
Wait. Oh, and that's BBN on the top, right?
Yes. This is a mod. It's the BBN tower and the Bricktacular Broadcast Network sticker.
Very nice.
Of course, I am in the penthouse right there.
Are you broadcasting or
my work? Broadcasting.
Work? Yeah.
Yeah. It's hilarious. I need to get an assistant though.
I'll have to send you like a little sig fig you can put down, and I could be you down on one of the other levels.
Have you sent me a sig fig? I don't think you've sent me your sig fig.
No, no.
I just got this one from Brick Mamba. So
Hey, very nice.
that'll focus. So Brick Mamba, thank you for sending that. So right now I've got him right in front of the building, hanging out. And then, do you belong to the Dream Builders Lug too?
Hmm? Yeah.
I think Stephanie has the most number of sig figs. I think she's got 17 or 18.
Oh,
But
wow.
she just posted a holiday build, which is amazing. So you'll see me in the bakery selling my baked goods to everybody. Yeah. But
Nice.
anyway, so this Bricktacular was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was. It was nice, different. A lot of antics on the show.
Of course,
Yeah. But I mean,
And
more than usual
celebrities,
because
it's just fun to see celebrities building.
yeah, and them telling their stories, and then of course
Right.
the side benefit is the charities that went out, their favorite charities get $10,000 with each win, so that's pretty
Right.
good.
Yeah. No, I think that's the one thing that's nice is that you don't have to worry about what placement you are in the rankings
Yeah.
because everybody comes out a winner, right?
Yep. Yeah. That is true. All right. Well, do you want to please
I
kick
love
this
what
off?
you did here. It's so festive.
Yeah, I love their the new intro, the logo that they use. Kind of change the
Yeah.
colors up to that red and green when sticking the snowflakes.
Yeah,
So,
you did a great job with that.
and let's see, here we go. It's our usual hosts right there, starting it off, and then let's meet the teams. So the first team we have is Kelly and Randall.
Yes.
Yeah. And they were teamed up. The next team they had was Marshawn and Dave. It's so funny. I love these glamour shots. They're pretty good. And I'm trying to figure out where they got to be in front of some kind of decorations because they're all. I wonder if that's just something they had built, like a little winter scene. And then Rob and Crystal was the third team.
Right.
And rounding out the competition is Nene and Kayla.
Right. Team Plaid.
Yeah, Team Plaid.
Which I
Yeah.
always thought, each team has its own theme. And if you go back a couple slides with Marshawn Lynch and Dave, Dave was always wearing hockey stuff, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
they played up on the,
Sports.
NFL and hockey gear.
Yeah. Yeah. And then this one, I don't think it shows they have matching cardigans. Yeah.
Right. They matched the cardigans for this team. And then for Rob Briggle and Crystal, it was just very festive.
Yeah,
she's
very
got
festive.
Those angel wings or fairy wings.
Yeah.
I don't think Rob would look that great with the fairy wings on, right? It carried on the unicorn look from last year.
That is true. That is true. All right. Hey, Brick Jedi.
Brick Jedi's in the house. Hey, Mo. How's it going? Good to see you.
All right.
Yeah, we're just going through the builds for the Holiday Bricktacular.
All right. Amy,
yeah, this was interesting because they only had 6 hours to build for this. And they had to come up with a train theme where they had to smash as many candy canes as they could, up to 35. And of course, fun, festive, colorful, and motorized too.
Yeah. I thought it was pretty interesting. So we'll run
it was
through
interesting too, seeing the teams and how they approached this challenge.
Yeah, and how the focus on either being it's kind of that balance between being strong to cut through the candy canes or being more detailed and on aesthetics.
Right.
So Kelly and Randall had the crazy Krampus Christmas train. Yeah. Let's take a
Well,
look.
what's interesting about this too is because Kelly Osbourne, of course, she's referencing her dad's famous song, Crazy Train.
Yeah.
And they really took a different approach to the theme of their build.
Yeah. Well, though this is a yeah. I mean, Christmas, like Krampus is a Christmas themed movie.
Yeah, I
But yeah,
looked it up. Apparently, it goes back to like German lore. So it
oh
was
yeah,
to keep kids from misbehaving, that Krampus is going to come after you if you misbehave. So,
they have
so
Krampus
it's,
on
which
a
is great that, they didn't have to follow the traditional holiday kind of theme, right?
yeah,
For a holiday
yeah.
train.
No, but they had some nice detail. Unfortunately, we don't have a real good picture like that mouth with the trans. Uh,
Yeah.
it really looked nice wrapped around the front of the train, you know, uh, and it had a
Yeah,
nice.
and I liked how they have that red snake too, and the green snake, kind of like for detail.
Yeah,
Who else would put red and green snakes for detail on their train?
Christmas colors.
They're Christmas colors, exactly.
And there's Krampus right there hanging out the top.
Yeah, Krampus was hilarious.
And then I guess he brings bad. Is it
Bags of
bad fruit?
coal,
Lumps of coal and like rotten fruit or something.
rotten fruit, and I think bags of coal. Yeah.
Yeah, something like
To
that.
all the naughty boys and girls
Yep.
on the Krampus train.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Let's see.
Yeah.
So Rob and Crystal had the Christmas Express spectacular.
Yeah.
Woo! And
As
then
if one spectacular wasn't enough.
exactly, it's twice as fun. And they're what did they? What was it?
Knife
Sprinkle
hands.
Sparkle Doodah was the elf.
Yeah. Yeah. Sparkle Doodah.
Sparkle Doodah. That we get the side view or back of the head, and then they front of the train with the knife hands, right?
Yeah.
Knife hands.
Knife
Cut through the
hands.
snow.
That's their trademark now.
Yeah. No.
I
But I
did not
just
know what Rob Riggle was in before this show, so I watched a couple things that he's done,
mhm.
and he's a great character actor. He
Yeah.
does a lot of supporting roles, and the one that I looked at that made me just laugh hysterically was in The Hangover,
Mm.
where he's doing a demonstration in front of a bunch of kids about how to use a taser. He said, "Which one of you kids want to taser one of these guys?" It's hilarious. Oh my god.
That is funny. No, yeah, I remember him doing certain movies. I
Yeah.
can't, but yeah, is it what he
I
did?
just didn't realize what he was in, so it was really good that he was paired up with Crystal for this show.
Yeah, and I like the story of their train. This elf followed Santa uh, through everything, and they were the backup. So they had their
Yeah,
backup
the support.
reindeer. Yeah, the
Yeah,
support train.
the support structure, for things that might go wrong.
Yeah, some backup presents and trees and stuff. So no,
Yeah.
I do like. I think I like the trees how they looked.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
a nice,
And
nice
this was
design.
actually around the time I think that Marshawn was writing on their little paper.
Oh, nope.
Nope.
His little antics. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, the antics were hilarious.
yeah, that is true. It's too funny. But yeah, no, I think actually all the trains looked out pretty good how they came out.
Hmm.
Let's
Yeah,
see.
I think when you were asking about the backdrop, that was the backdrop they used for all the
Oh,
trains.
yeah, I think they had a little winter
Yeah.
village. They did. So Nini and Caleb had the Angel Train. Um, here it is.
Yeah, when I first saw this, I didn't recognize it as a traditional train like the others
Yeah,
because every single element was a gift,
yeah, they were
which I thought
present.
was really clever too.
Yeah, making the whole thing, wrapping it as a
Mhm.
present as they went through, and all the different.
Yeah.
There's some great detail, and even the bows and changing up the things. It was really really nice. But yeah, all the way. I just noticed they only have an engine and two cars. I thought they had more. For some reason, I thought one of them had 4, but I guess that was just me.
Yeah, I think they were limited to that so that all the trains would be the same length when they went down the ramp.
Yeah. Yeah. No, they had some. We have some
Yeah, the
great.
angel is also nice right there too,
Yeah, popping out,
popping out of the gift. Yeah.
leading the train ride. All right. We have Marshawn and Dave, and they have the Gingerbread Express.
I just loved this. I
It,
just love the colors and how it looks like a little train, like a traditional train, but in a gingerbread format.
yeah, it looks like total candy train. Like you could see it.
Yeah,
It's made out of
the
gingerbread.
gumdrops and the icing and,
Yep.
the little gnome too.
Yeah, hanging out of
And
the thing.
Marshawn in front as
Yeah,
a
that's
gnome.
Marshawn right there in the front, leading the train to they smash
Yeah,
through those candy canes. But yeah, no, it's great detailing. It's
I love this.
well
Yeah.
done.
And Dave was in there too.
Yeah, there's Dave in the back
Yeah.
shoveling. I don't know, it wasn't coal. What was that? It was
I think they're gumdrops. I
gumdrop.
think gumdrops into the engine or something.
Yeah, yeah. They got a bunch of candy canes and another elf back there.
Yeah, and they were really smart to put those motors in the front to make it very heavy.
They did. I
Hmm.
remember they put, what did he say, 5
Five
battery
of them.
packs?
And he said, this is much heavier than any brick.
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah, we can say it to the microphones, to the audience, but just don't let the others know.
No,
Right?
yeah, exactly. Don't let the other teams know.
Yeah.
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 So they had a lot
So,
of weight.
any future teams are probably going to take that same method too.
Yeah.
Call
The
it
other
the
thing, unless
Geddes Express.
yeah, I don't think Lego would have had the weights because you get those. Lego makes those weighted. What are they? 2x6 or 2x8s
Oh,
plastic box that have like lead weights in them. They're for certain things, certain builds. Every once in a while, they need to
oh,
counterbalance.
wow. I didn't know
Uh,
that.
yeah, so I have some of those in my collection over the years from different things. But yeah, if you really want to put some weight in, those things are heavy.
The other thing I like about this particular train is that it fits with the backdrop. When you
Yeah,
see this train going through this little Christmas town, it makes sense, right? The other ones didn't really blend in with the background.
yeah.
I don't know if that was intentional or not, but
No, I think it was just because of that gingerbread is very dominant with the white frosting edges
yeah,
throughout this build, so you kind of get that, that gingerbread look, and I think it
right.
makes
With
it
the
very,
little candy cane kind of smokestack and
yep, yep,
super
makes it
cute.
very unified. So they had a challenge, and they had to go through 35 candy canes, and then they got bigger towards the end. Uh,
Yeah,
so now
massive.
we have some action shots,
Now, do you
and
like candy canes, PT?
yeah, they're all right. I mean, it's I like they make the is it a cinnamon candy cane or something? Some of those,
Ooh, I haven't
yeah.
tried
Instead of
those.
like peppermint, it's like a cinnamon, and so
Yeah, those
yeah,
sound good.
yeah. So there's all
I absolutely love candy canes. At this time of year, I go nuts on candy canes, especially those little mini ones.
yeah.
I buy a lot of those mini ones. And then I love peppermint bark, but I have to
Mhm.
find like a vegan version of a peppermint
Oh,
bark. I'm
yeah.
probably going to have to just make it on my own.
I was gonna say yeah, because was it? We have some from I think from Trader Joe's. It's really good
Yeah,
peppermint bark.
so good.
They have all right. So this is Rob and Crystal's Snowpiercer train or whatever, the spectacular,
The
spectacular.
spectacular.
And these are the shots that they had. And they went through 33 candy canes. You can kind of see it plow the blurry one above. It's a little
Hmm.
cleaner, but you can see that train still holding down pretty good.
Yeah.
Going right through all those.
It's when it rises up towards the front
Yeah.
that it misses the last two.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Who was next? This was Kelly and Randall in their Krampus
The
train.
Krampus train.
Yeah, and they had some nice aerial here. They got some air here off that.
Yeah, they sure did.
And they went through
Now, did
32.
Krampus go flying off too, or is Krampus staying in
He's
the
still on
cab?
there when he's still on there right there, but I think when they flip, because they end up falling off the end and onto the
Yeah.
floor. But yeah, that's true. It looks like they had 32 candy canes they went through.
Mm-hmm. They all did really well.
They did actually more than I thought. I thought 10, 15 candy canes, but
Right.
they plowed right through all of those.
Yeah, they almost made the whole thing.
Yeah, I was pretty amazed. I didn't know. Um, and this one is Nene and Caleb's Angel Train,
Yeah.
and that one
I
also
felt so
got
bad for that angel. It's kind of like, I'm here to bring gifts, but I'm now going to destroy myself.
and more of like I'm flying.
Yeah.
Take flight, because that train. Look at that bottom picture there. That has
Yeah.
gone. It's really gone up there. I mean, look at that. That train took flight.
Wow.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
jettisoned off of the railroad track.
yep. Let me guess. Let's see. And the last is the Gingerbread Express. And surprise, surprise, they actually went through with those heavy weights, those 5 battery boxes.
Hmm.
They went through 34 of those candy canes.
Yeah, they almost did the whole thing.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. That would have been. And it's. Yeah. It looks like that. Look how that train hit. Kind of. It's not flying up. The weight is keeping it down. It's the
Yeah.
back end that's flipping up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they probably should have done maybe some more weights on the back too. I wonder if that would have made a difference.
Well, yeah, or if you could, like, even the second car had, a couple battery boxes in there. Or,
Yeah, if they would have loaded it up with like 5 in the front and 2 and 2 in the back 2 cars,
yeah, kind of kept that
could have
weight
been
going.
interesting.
But they went through 34 candy canes, so it did the job. And surprise, surprise, first challenge. Marshawn and Dave.
Marshawn and Dave.
They
Now,
won.
this was also, they had some interesting antics too between Marshawn and Dave.
They did. Everyone had fun on the show. I mean, it's a little different because the competition is, it's just more bragging rights. It's not a, going
Right.
for the big
Well, they
prize.
still have the trophy though. That trophy
They
is
do.
huge.
The trophy is very
Yeah.
nice. But for everybody, there was a lot of antics all around, and
Yeah.
a lot of people messing around with each other. And the build times are, I think shorter and a little less stressful than a
Oh,
regular
definitely. Yeah, because they're celebrities. They're not going to be expected to build for 12 hours, right? It's like, hey, we want you to build for this competition and it's for charity, but you're going to have to build for like 12, 15 hours. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Let's have that second competition.
Yes, the blockbuster, which is interesting too, because the whole idea of the animation part of the build is, I just absolutely love. This was probably one of my favorites of all the challenges. That taking an original holiday movie, building an iconic scene, a minifigure scale, but you also have to be careful about the details, and you got to pitch your story to the producers, right? Will, Amy, and Jamie.
Yep.
They had 8 hours to do this.
And there's your producers.
Yeah. In their director chairs.
In the director chairs. Pitch
Yeah.
me. Here we go. What do you
Yeah.
got? No, I agree with you. This was a very fun build. One, I think the creativity, just stories, just coming out.
I just love the animation part, because
of the show.
Build specifically for animation.
Yeah.
I think that's what I really loved about this.
Yeah. No, I can see that. I can definitely see that. Let's see. So the first up was Kelly and Randall, and they had their movie was Up to Snow Good, and their iconic scene was the last battle scene where I think it was these evil elves, and then Santa
Right.
and his bears, his
the elf gone bad.
Health gone bad type thing. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Freezing the town, and so this is that iconic scene, and they had a blizzard in the middle, spinning the snow and whatnot.
And Santa coming to the rescue.
Yep. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I think their main elf on this big robot thing, freezing everything.
Right. On the mech.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. They were mechanized elves, weren't they? Everybody was mechanized elves.
Yeah, they were like robot elves.
Yeah, robot elves. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he has these little teddy bear warriors. I don't know.
Yeah, the bear warriors.
Yeah.
Which, if it was me, they would be pandas.
That's true. That's
I
true.
probably should do a panda Santa mashup. I hadn't thought about that.
Well, there you go.
I still have the Santa sleigh I got to work on. I don't know if I can get it done in the next 3 days.
Is that the one with the two reindeer and?
Oh no, this is a pirate ship full of Santas.
Oh,
and
gotcha.
When we get to the Caleb and Nini, we
Yes.
saw 3 ships. I'll talk more about it then.
Gotcha.
But I talked about this several weeks ago, as far as the concept I had for a pirate ship with a Santa theme.
Mm-hmm.
And then they talked about it on this show. I'm like, what? But theirs was good. Mine's kind of borderline good. It probably should be a Krampus type of ship. But anyway, yeah.
Pandas and Krampus, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's all right.
I love the contrast too. The ice scene versus the regular scene, and it's almost like Heat Miser and Snow Miser going after each other.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, but
Yeah.
you can see that where he's froze.
Yeah, you can tell that the elves are trying to take over the town, but no, Santa's come to the rescue with his platoon of bears.
Yeah.
Bear people.
Let's see. Marshawn and Dave had Ice and Van as their
Yeah,
man.
I still don't really understand the reference.
I don't either.
Ice is supposed to be Oakland, right?
Yeah, I suppose.
And Van is for Vancouver?
I suppose.
Okay.
I have no idea. I didn't catch it. I was like, yeah, okay. But it was a mashup, basically taking football and hockey.
Which, to me, seems amazing. To take these 2 really popular winter sports and to put them together.
Yeah.
I love that idea.
So they have them. It's kind of, I think they said it's like a little mix of Harry Potter because they're flying around and it's futuristic. It was 2032?
2032, I think.
Yeah.
And they timed it too for the animation so that the game would be tied, because it says 24-17. So they're using football style rules for scoring.
Oh yeah,
But hockey kind of rules for, which I thought was kind of interesting, because if I remember the animation, when they made the touchdown, they changed the scoreboard to 17-24 to 24-24, but technically they needed to do the conversion, which they didn't do. Just saying,
you're talking to a guy like, yay, sports ball.
It could have been a 2-point conversion. It could have been a regular conversion, but they made it a flat 7. So I'm gonna give it to them because it's a mashup.
It's their rules, their game, their rules.
Yeah.
So.
Well, plus for time, right? I'm sure they said, well, they got 6 points, so they're gonna make the conversion.
Yeah. But
in my mind, I was thinking that.
Yeah, we didn't talk about is the scripts. They had to script it out. Not only pitch the concept, but in the show, they
wrote the script out.
They wrote a script and and voiced everything. That was pretty fun.
Yeah, but that's the one little nit I'll put on this particular one is the scoring.
Oh.
Because I was like, wait a minute, those aren't football rules for scoring.
No, it's Ice and Van rules or something or whatever it is. I forgot. They didn't call the sport anything, did they? And I don't remember them saying this is the new name of the sport. They
just hockey and football together.
Yeah, they just said it was together.
Well, I think that's why they called it Ice and Van. I think that's the name of the sport.
This is
So,
hockey
and
ball.
even in my mind too, this is how my mind works with football rules, is that there must have been a field goal in there somewhere
Hmm.
for them to get to 17 points. So how does that work in the way this is scored, right?
I'll let you figure that
Why
one
didn't
out.
they make it 21 to 7 to 14? Make it simple. Okay, I'm just saying. I overanalyze this. Yes, I know.
Yeah.
I have to ask Marshawn Lynch. Okay, what was in your mind? Did they already hit a field goal by the time they got to that point?
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
going on?
True.
Yeah.
All right. Nene and Caleb, and they had a holiday delivery. Uh, they had a nice. I like their story that they had. I mean, pregnant, uh, pregnant couple, and car won't start. The baby's coming on Christmas Eve, and so Santa's flying through, and they said, Santa, we need your help. And then
Dude,
puts
take
them.
us to the hospital.
Yeah. Yep. Takes to the hospital. Um, so this is kind of that shot of the. They didn't have a great overall shot of this one.
Yeah.
And so this was
I would
kind
have
of
liked to have seen like I guess a face forward shot of Santa and the couple together. And
mhm.
I think it's hilarious how they made um, the minifigure pregnant because they
Yeah.
don't have pregnant really minifigs, right?
Nope. Nope. It's all printed. Anything they do is printed so that
Yeah,
it
so I think they put like a dish, right? Like a
yeah.
2 by 2 dish.
Yep.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Right there. They
Yeah, a 2 by 2 dish with a
yeah.
round plate
One by one. Yeah.
or
One by
a
one tile.
one tile on top, a round tile.
Yeah.
Like the baby's coming. It's so cute.
Nope. And then of course the track on the side of everything running
Right.
past the sleighs. It's going down the street. Uh, that was pretty cool to put all that motion in there. Let's see. And then last is Rob and Crystal and Good Santa and the Battle for Joy. And
I love this concept. When they
the
did
I
the pitch and they
yeah,
said there hasn't been like an alien invasion Santa story, like, okay, who's gonna produce that? I want to see that now.
has there I'm trying to think if there's been some holiday maybe
Has
it's
there
just
been an alien movie for the holidays?
I don't know. There's
Besides
that
E.T., I think there is a Christmas scene, right, with E.T. or something.
yeah, there is. Um I think we'd have to yeah, I don't know. That might be some Google work. Figure that
Yeah,
one out.
if Glenn was in the chat, I would
Yeah,
ask him to
Glenn
look
would
it up. Get on that, Glenn. But I do like this idea of this alien who's come to take the joy away from the world on Christmas Day. And it's like Santa's like, nope, not
yeah.
doing that.
He goes to the
Santa
North
to the
Pole.
rescue.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love this concept.
Santa saving the day again. He's a busy guy. He's saving the world, saving the universe.
Saving the world
Yeah,
one sleigh at a time.
exactly. So then the winner of this challenge was Kelly and Randall with,
Yes.
with their movie pitch. They're pretty good. Which they did.
Once
They had a
again,
great
I
story
really
and a
loved
good
the
visual.
contrast.
Yeah, great
Yeah.
story and a good visual.
Mm-hmm.
They move on
Okay, so
to
this was the end of day one.
correct.
So then the teams had costume changes, which was
Yes.
interesting because on the first day, I think what Rob and Crystal had her little angel wings,
Hmm.
and Rob just had like a cardigan, right, or a pullover
Yeah.
sweater to match.
Yeah.
And then you still had the hockey kind of and football gear. And then you said the matching cardigans and then the plaid.
Yep.
So here we start with day two, and we see Will shoveling snow. And Who said that that's the first time I've seen
R-
Will actually do
Rob
work?
Rob Riggles is
Rob Riggle. That was great.
like I've never seen him work before, so I knew something was up.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah, they had some great banter and some good antics throughout the show. Let's see. And there they are for the
Now, you
last.
gotta admit, those earmuffs on Amy,
They're
it's like
huge.
they're like out the ear. It's
They're
like
they're more
Princess
like
Leia buns, right?
they're cheek muffs. They keep your cheeks warm.
They're cheek muffs.
Yeah. They're
That was
way
hilarious.
yeah. No, they're pretty funny. They doing the show. I'm sure everyone just had fun. Just
Oh, I'm sure
all the
they,
way
I
through.
mean, talk about just a great gig, right?
Mm-hmm.
That you get to wear these amazing clothes, you get
Yeah.
a makeup artist to work on you and do your hair,
Yep.
and then you get to, evaluate Lego builds.
Yeah.
Talk about a great job. How do
That's
I
right.
get that kind of gig? What do I have to do?
Yeah. Be a Lego designer and work your way up
Oh
into
my
management.
God. I don't think I have enough years left for me to do that.
Yeah,
I can
man.
always dream. On the BBN, I can,
There
right?
you go.
On the BBN, we'll have like that's what I should do. Next year, the BBN is like the offices, right? I need to
Hmm.
make like a studio
Well, the studio
where,
could be in one of those floors, right?
well, it could, but if you want it like a full sound stage,
Hmm.
then you build like a sound stage and
Hmm.
then backdrops. You could have multiple sound stages. So yeah, it could be the BBN studios. I like that.
That's
Okay, so we're here at the brief.
the
So this
brief.
is challenge number 3, and they
Yep.
have 8 hours to build a snowplow, which is based on an RC base. So very similar to what we saw in season 4 when they did the 2K challenge, the
Yep.
2K race challenge.
Yeah.
And they're looking at fun and clever ways to capture snowballs. So they have to capture up to 90 total, which nobody got near to the
No,
90
no one got near. There were
total.
90 snowballs on the field.
There are 90 snowballs in play, and they are looking for great details and colors and plow the most snowballs into their zone.
Yeah.
So they had 4 zones, one for each team, and color coded, and it was just hilarious when the plows went out into the field.
That is. It was pretty funny. So let's take a look at their cars. And Kelly and Randall did the 1957 Kel Air.
Yes, I love this.
Yeah, yeah, great story on the car that she had when she was
Yeah,
when she was 18. She got it, I think.
yeah. I think it was a gift from her dad too.
Yeah, yeah. But
And of course, Kelly's driving with the purple hair.
yes, the purple hair.
Hmm.
There's their plow made out of those Technic banana gears.
Now, I didn't notice this at first, but is there a reason why one of those is black instead of red?
You know what? It's not sleeved, so they didn't. For something happened, if it broke or something. So if you notice,
Oh,
the red is actually spacers.
oh, yeah, yeah.
They're just not put over that.
Interesting.
Yes, they didn't. There's a little detail that
Or maybe they ran out of time.
yeah, ran out of time, or if something, because I know they re-engineered this
Hmm.
scoop. If something broke or something, and so they just did it and they
Right.
put those pieces in. Um, and unfortunately, I don't know if this one. See if the other picture has a better. I don't know. This is terrible. Also, yeah, you kind of get the back, the fins on this, and the trans brick
Hmm.
they built
Oh,
out.
they did a beautiful job with the sculpting of this.
Yeah, yeah.
I like how they covered up the RC base too.
Yeah, they went all the way down, and so,
Hmm.
yeah, they had it had a nice. And they're even their plow. I think their plow is really low to the ground.
Yeah,
Um,
and the color scheme too. I love the black and the yellow.
yeah. Well, I think the car is yellow. I think in real life.
Hmm.
Yeah. Let's see. Then we have Nene and Caleb and their glam plow.
Glam plow, yeah.
Let's see. There it
Pink,
is.
lots of
Yes,
pink.
lots of pink. Yeah. So they built this is I remember him testing. This is pretty sturdy. This is all a lot of technical.
Except when it fell apart.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about it. They all fell apart.
Oh my
Except
God.
this one was the one that lost. It loses its detail out of all of them. It lost
Yeah.
these the bling on the side, the pink things, but
Right.
it was
They kept popping off, right?
yeah, but it was mostly intact. Um, uh, well built, but there she is at the top,
Yep.
driving the plow, two big old smokestacks, and then of course in the back there, part of their offensive weapons were these yellow snowballs.
Yeah,
Which they
those
had
were
fun with.
decoy balls.
Yeah, which they had fun with. It's funny because I was thinking, I said, I don't know if I'd have done balls. I think I would have done something like the barricade, like if either flat on one side, so when they slid out, they just kind of snapped,
Oh,
Because if you were
interesting.
coming through with a plow and you plowed up all these snowballs, you couldn't fit more in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if it was kind of dragging along, I thought it would be, but that's just me when I was thinking
Well,
about it.
just like I was obsessing about the scoring on the ice and van
Yeah, there you
thing,
go.
you're
I'm
looking at,
strategizing
how
about
would I
the.
engineer this? Right?
There you go.
Well, the other thing, I wonder too, when they were choosing the teams, that they deliberately chose Caleb so they could keep playing that clip of him
Oh,
driving that
yeah.
RV vehicle or RC vehicle over the
I'm
cliff.
I'm sure they. I mean, I'm sure they had the cast selected, and then they were coming up with challenges. And I'm sure the RC challenge, yeah, and then just
Oh yeah.
that definitely probably came up in the
Oh,
production.
I'm sure that when the producers were thinking, okay, so what are the challenges we have? Who should we put in there? It's like, oh,
Yeah,
Caleb's got to go in there.
yeah,
We've got to put Caleb in there
yeah.
because that's just too funny. I mean, they spent so much time winning that challenge, and then he drives it, what, 15 seconds?
I
He
don't even know
drives
if
it
it's
off the
that.
cliff.
I mean, it goes. They show a clip in the show. They
I
went to
know.
that cliff,
So, so poor Caleb, though. He has to like keep reliving that multiple times.
and it's just great television and just a great story. So
Yeah.
legends are
And he
born.
didn't drive this time.
No, he did not. All the celebrities did.
Though when he did drive, he did destroy it.
Yeah. So Marshawn and Dave, and they
The
had the
beast.
Beast. And again,
I just
Marshawn.
love it says coming for you.
Yeah, that on the front there,
Yeah, that's
coming for
great.
you. And then they had a sensor that they put right there between the fore and the yacht. And so
Hmm.
when that sensor went off, the eyes would light up inside the Beast here, which I thought was pretty cool. Add that functionality.
Yeah,
And then they all had a camera, and you can kind of see it underneath the teeth. This Sony camera, all of them had
right.
little cameras. And
I
there's
love how they
Marshawn.
did the dreadlocks too.
Yeah, I mean the sculpting of this one,
Yeah.
really really nice. Yeah,
And Marshawn, of course, the elf again on the front.
yeah,
That's so great.
riding it high, all his bling and everything. Then
Yeah,
now this is interesting because here their tires are exposed. They went
true.
in. They went in tight where
Hmm.
Kelly and
Kelly and Randall.
Randall's comes all the way out to protect those wheels.
Yeah,
And I don't know, because it was the driving when they had 3 minutes in the ring going around. Everyone was crashing into all kinds of stuff, and I don't know the controls and how well you can turn and whatnot. But yeah, there was a lot of chaos on the field.
but Marshawn was pretty good, driving slow and steady and getting, all the points he could.
Yeah. Yep. And we have Rob and Crystal.
Yeah, the Rob
They called
Riggle.
it the Rob Riggle. The Rob Riggle plow. And that's him on the front with his knife hands on the side. And
Right. They're signature knife hands now.
Yeah, no, they went with it. They branded all the way through. That's pretty funny. How one little challenge just kind of creates a theme that they went with.
Yep.
So yeah, this is their where's it their side, and in the show when they were challenging and crashing, they one time they hit and the whole head just popped,
Yeah,
fell
the
over,
head pops off.
falls right over and falls off. It was crazy.
It's
It
like
looks
you
like
lost your head, Rob.
I just noticed that there's a little turkey there in the back.
Oh, the turkey.
Yeah, a roast turkey in the back.
Oh, that's funny.
That is funny. Huh. And then Rob rules.
With a
All right,
Z.
with a Z.
Mm-hmm.
So there's the field. And they had some little rows of houses, and their challenge was to get as many snowballs into their zone
Mm-hmm.
that they had. Um, there was a little ring in the middle, and it was crazy to watch. So here's
I'm still surprised there were 90 snowballs on the field. That just kind of shocks me, honestly.
yeah. Well, and I'm not going to sit here and count them, but maybe during production they're like, 90's a lot, so they pulled some out. I don't know, but it's hard to tell because they blend right into this white,
Yeah.
this white background here.
And it's a pretty sizable field when you see it from this angle, too.
Yeah, yeah. It gives them some room, but there's
Mm-hmm.
not a lot of maneuvering. See, I don't know if I would have strategized. See, I think I would have strategized to drive. I'd say, you know what? Loop around one of those houses. So you go in front of the houses, turn, come down the backside and collect all those snowballs too, and just
Oh,
push them right into your corner. Then
yeah.
back out and go after everybody else, which kind of what happened. I think some people were collecting snowballs and they just started running into each other.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the fun part. It
Yeah.
turned it into more of a demolition derby at one.
Yeah, yeah, yep. It was close. What was it? 4-3-3 and 1 or something like that? I forget. There wasn't a lot
Mm-hmm.
of snowballs collected. Um, and this is what it looked when time was up. This is where everyone was at. And you can just see they're all in a pile up there in the center. That was right
Can you
there.
zoom in on that?
Kelly, yeah, that's Kelly
No,
and Randall's car, and it all
just
fell apart.
demolished.
Yeah, and they rode over themselves, I think, trying to run into somebody, and they got stuck.
Wow.
They got high up high centered, so they couldn't move anymore.
Yep.
And over there, that's
That's
Nene
Nene and
and Caleb's.
Caleb's vehicle. Well, at least they made it back to the corner.
Yeah, and I think so. So yeah, you can see like basically the white smokestacks are gone, but
And there's a
everything
few
else.
yellow snowballs, but they're mostly in the same corner that they are.
Yeah, but but most of their vehicle is intact.
Yeah.
Then we come down here, and Rob Regals doesn't have his head. I think this.
Yeah, his head's gone.
Yeah, I think we're looking at the front, like he ran into the wall there.
Yeah.
Back, and then the beast
The beast.
lost its whole back end. All that stuff came off, and it's right in front of him.
Right. But it's still pretty solid with the plow mechanism.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, everyone's plows were pretty good. I mean, they were made
Right.
to handle, force and pushing things around. But yeah, that was the carnage. So at the end of the challenge, we ended up, and Marshawn and Dave and the Beast ended up winning for a second time.
Yeah. I did like this one though.
No, I mean aesthetically, it was
Yeah.
really nice, and I think they also ended up with 4 of the snowball. I think they had the
Right. 4 or 5, I think, balls in the corner. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which
Yeah.
good.
I just think too, this would be something I would love to see as a Monster Jam truck.
Mhm.
Just the colorization and the way that it's all styled. It really screams, make me a Monster Jam truck.
Yeah, that it does. Well, there's a project. recreating? Because in
I
the
bet you, I don't
Caleb
know if
redid
he's
his
thought about
Sunshine.
it, but if, Marshawn Lynch wants to sponsor a Monster Jam truck called the Beast or Beast Mode,
Yeah,
he absolutely could do that.
yeah, yeah,
It would be, I'm sure it would draw a lot of people too.
yeah. No. I probably could.
So think about that, Marshawn. If you're listening, Monster Jam truck.
Monster Jam. All right, and now we
Okay, so
go
now we're down to the last
the last
challenge.
one, and everything's on the line. $10,000 for the charity, and then of course the big.
Which I thought was interesting because it wasn't like cumulative. It was like each challenge was individual, and the very last one was the one with the trophy.
Yeah, because there's no elimination, so I think they just did that with the trophy
Right.
last one. Um, all right, and this one was
Yay, Christmas
Christmas
carols.
carols.
I loved this one too. That the builds were based on the song and placed into a 360 degree view. So the platforms would rotate in some
Yeah.
cases. And
Yep.
yeah, it was just beautiful. And the use of power functions, and of course, be colorful, and yet 8 hours to build this. So maybe because they added so much challenge to this one, that they decided to make this one the big challenge. Whoever won
Yeah.
would win the whole episode
I think
or
one of
the trophy.
the funniest I think was when they had the choir come in along the stairs, uh, and uh, and sing the song, which I thought was cool.
Yes, the choir was so nice.
And I don't have I don't think we have a shot of the choir, but they were funny just because they sing the song as the thing as the animation or as the
Right.
songs are going. So there's their four that they had to choose from, the four music sheets.
Yep.
The 12 Days of Christmas, Jingle Bells, Up on the Housetop, which was
Yeah, they
renamed
set up on the
Rooftop.
rooftop. They
And then
changed the lyrics.
and then I saw Three Ships. And so they did the classic mad dash to go get him. And
Right. They have to have one dash, right? Dashing through the
yeah.
snow.
Yeah. That
Which
seems to
I
be
thought was interesting that I don't think Marshawn was actually part of that run, which I don't know if do you have a shot of the run itself?
no
If
when
I
they ran
remember
in.
right, I don't think Marshawn was actually running.
Hmm.
Because he's a running back, so it's kind
Yeah.
of like he was made for this challenge. And
Yeah.
talk about, kind of like pushing people out of the way. Maybe that's what they were worried about. They probably said, Marshawn, no, don't run on this one.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Let the other ones run for this one. You stay back.
That's too
Because talk about beast mode. It's almost like can he turn it off? Right? When he's running to get something, can you turn
he
it
gets
off?
Is that how he is in the house? It's like home. Go, gotta get the
Well, I mean,
mayonnaise.
if that's what
Go.
you train for, I mean, if you think about it, he was what? He was like the number one running back for what, 5 years or so for the
Mhm.
Seattle Seahawks. And
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's almost like you train for that
Yeah.
over and over and over again. Yeah, they probably just said, no, Marshawn, just hold back, hold back on this one.
That's all right.
I'll have to go back and watch the episode, but I'm pretty sure I was surprised to see that he was in the back, that he wasn't in the front running for this.
Yeah.
Because I think it would have been a very different outcome if he was in the front.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to think. They ended up. Yeah, I don't know who ran. That's a good question. I have to go back and rewatch and see that.
Yeah.
No. So Rob and Crystal had "Up on the Housetop" as their song, and they kind of renamed it "Rooftop."
Right. Well, I mean,
Because
they have artistic license, right?
they
Because
do. Well, they
they
did a city kind of winter village city scene as
yeah, I
they
like that.
self versus an actual house, and so they're like, oh, it's not the house, it's the roof, but which I
Right.
thought was funny. But they do have they have a lot of great detail. There's Santa up here, motion wise, was going up and
Hmm.
down.
And the gigantic snowman.
Yeah, the genetic snowman down there in the corner. Although they did scale him down. But yeah, they had all this, all there's, and we only see the front side, the one side. There's
Hmm.
and a little bit of the other two sides, but we don't see the back side. But yeah, it was detailed all the way around.
Right.
The little winter village, if you will. Um, yeah, and their story was those kids were spying on Santa, spooked the reindeer. One got tangled in the lights, and you can't even see it because on the backside, one's falling down, the sleigh's falling down,
Right.
and then Santa's going down the chimney.
Spot the Magic Ninjas here. Hey,
Hey,
Spot.
hey, Spot, how you doing?
We're right towards the fourth challenge, actually. So you came in right towards the end. Before you move, are those flags or are those snakes? Those red ones in the front of the house?
Oh, those are flags right
They're
here.
flags, right? Okay.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
looked at them at first. I said, "Oh my gosh, did they use snakes as well?"
No, that was for the Krampus train.
Yeah, that was the Krampus train.
Oh man. All right. Here's Marshawn and Dave, and they had the 12 days of Christmas. And
This was so busy.
it
mean,
was, I thought it wasn't until you put it all together because you watch them build it individually.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, okay, yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. He's got a lot of color and they're going with it. But Brickmaster Amy made it very clear saying, look, it looks really busy. And when you look at it at the shot, everything blends. Now I can see if the columns were left white or were all one color, so all the columns were red or white or all green or something, then it would blend all that out
and
and
more
really
cohesive.
yeah, and it would really make those tops pop,
I mean,
there's
this makes my brain hurt just looking at this. Seriously. I'm looking at this like going, turn it off. It's so loud.
Yeah. He went. It's one of those like where the neighbor just goes crazy with Christmas. All these lights and decorations. You can't see the lawn. You can.
Oh wow.
That's kind of what this looks like. I mean, you got a lot of that.
Yeah. I mean, I love the effort and I love the staging and the staggering. And I love how they put different motions so that you had this idea of 360 in multiple ways, but it's just too much.
Yeah.
Even the platforms where they had the red and the green on the platforms on the very edge with those 1-by-1 barrels, they could have made those like one color.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's what Brickmaster Amy was saying. Like if you made that all white and made the color white, the color would pop at the top. The trying to highlight. And these were all rotating around, and so those were nice.
Yeah, it's like I said, that makes my brain hurt just looking at it.
And then of course at the top, there's Marshawn.
Mm-hmm.
That's so funny. They kept him throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, the elf keeps returning.
Yeah.
I like the turtle doves too.
Yes. That was fun where they were
the
just
play on words and the puns. Yeah. Which Dave likes to do.
Yeah, and they had birds of
Dave and Emily were big into puns in season 3.
The French hens.
French hens, yeah. Calling birds too.
Calling birds, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. But this is a hard challenge to do anyway when you have 12 individual scenes you have to build.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you had motion, so they just they have 3 or 4 of them. 3 or 4 of the platforms were rotating and spinning at different speeds and stuff. So yeah. Let's see. Who do we have next?
Is it Nene and
Caleb? I saw
this was my favorite. I loved this one.
I did too. I thought it was very clean when you going from what we just saw to going to this. The dark blue walls around, and then of course the white coming off, and then the ships and how they moved. I did have to laugh because I think Caleb is currently building a ship with an island, little island fortress with a ship, but the ship rotates around. And it's about this size.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, he's building it for some conventions he's taking it to. It's really nice. It's a big castle, a little castle on a small island with a ship that's motorized that rotates around. But that
Right.
kind of when I saw this, I said, "Wow, this it's a little smaller," but I was like, "Wow,
Hmm.
he's got the same concept
Right.
with ships and around."
Well, you go with what you know.
True.
And
True.
for me, as you know, I love pirates. And I've already talked about my Santa's sleigh project, which I have 20 Santas that I got
Wow.
from my friend PNW Lego. And I was just talking to Cass on a full day, and I asked him about. I said I am still working on it. I've been delayed a little bit, but have this whole idea of a big pirate ship with 20 Santas on it, called the Santa Sleigh, SLAY. So when I saw this, I was like, oh my God, this is awesome. So good on you, Caleb. And the concept is still different from mine because it was the pirates decided that, they've been pillaging all year and they decided to give back for Christmas. I still have to put the story together for mine. Like, why are these 20 Santas out on a pirate ship anyway?
Santa convention, right?
Yeah, it could be at a convention. I mean, I still have to
Santa
think about
cruise
it.
is the dinner cruise. I don't know. I have no idea.
Well, it's called Santa Sleigh, SLAY. So it's kind of like maybe these are all the Santas. Oh, they're the Santas from the department stores. That's who they are.
It's the end of, so it's the next day or it's the Christmas Day or something, and they're like, "Our jobs are done. Let's
It's
go
like the
party."
Billy Bob Thornton Santas, the bad Santas, all get together at the end of the holiday season. They're done with all these kids sitting on their laps, and instead of going home to sit in front of the TV and have their microwave dinner, they decide to get on a pirate ship. I don't know. I'm still working on the concept.
You're working on the script, then.
Yes. That would make sense, though. That would be actually kind of funny. Like, why would 20 Santas come together anyway?
That's right. That's too funny. Let's see. And Kelly and Randall had jingle bells. There's
This was so cute.
It was cute.
I love this one.
I like their sleigh a lot. I mean,
Yes.
I love their caricatures that they have of themselves, the sleigh and
Yeah.
how it moved back and forth. Um, although it
And
was,
singing.
yeah, and them singing. Although I would have to say it was very funny when, they were the ones that fell apart. Their heads
Yeah.
fell off, and it just
Oops.
it wasn't like slow mo. Just like look, Kelly's little character falls out, and then Randall's head rolls
Yeah.
forward, and you're like, oh my.
It was kind of like, yeah, we probably should have reinforced the neck.
Yeah. Well, they have one little. It's one little mixel joint for the head.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, yeah. You can't. It's not.
Yeah.
It's hard to see here, but there's a. If you watch the show, you'll see it, and it's just one little mixel
You
joint.
can kind of see it on Randall's, I think.
Yeah, you see a little bit of it.
If you zoom in just a hair.
I don't know if I can zoom in anymore.
Yeah, you may not. I know I had problems when I was working on mine.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it kind of looks like it there,
Yeah.
right there on the neck, attaching to the body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, but no, I like that. I mean, I like their.
I love the scenery, the horse, the scaling of the tree compared to the horse, though.
Yeah, yeah. I would have gone because they went big. They were probably just on size.
They're probably short on time. Yeah.
Yeah, like they probably did that and said maybe we should add some trees. Because dashing through the snow.
Yeah. But it's cute. I absolutely love the characters on this.
Yeah, no, I did too. I like the characters. And of course, the winner of this final challenge.
Wait.
Oh,
costume change.
Oh, costume change. Sorry.
Gotta have my costume change here.
Costume change.
We gotta celebrate. Okay, hold up.
All right.
Hold up.
Was there a drum roll?
Okay, we got the sequins on. Okay, we're ready.
And the winner of the Bricktacular holiday
Dun, dun,
whatever
dun.
is Crystal and Rob.
Yay, Crystal and
Yay!
Rob.
They did have the best outfits. I would say that too. I think they won there. They would win for best dressed for this show.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep. And then they get the trophy. It was very
I
nice.
think Rob's shirt, didn't he say he made that too?
Yeah, but I don't know what to believe if it was. He said it was from his. He made it at home and he brought it from home. I'm sure it was the
It could have
production.
been from backstage. And I absolutely love this dress they gave Crystal, unless she had it already. I mean,
Yeah.
it could be. She has a pretty extensive collection, so it wouldn't surprise me if she
Yeah.
had one already.
Yep. No, but I think they did. But it was. I mean, it's fun, and if you haven't seen it, tell people go watch it. There's a lot of great antics and stuff, and having fun throughout,
Mhm.
and the builds, and watching Lego get smashing canes and everything else, and it was all good. But
Well, I
yeah,
think too, we learn a lot just from looking at the builds too, and the approaches for how each team handled, the challenges.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And so no, but there's the entire cast from
There's the cast. And
all the
we
way
should
down.
mention too that Caleb and Nini also got a $10,000 donation, even though their team didn't win a challenge.
That's right. We didn't talk about they were in the top two.
Hmm.
With Crystal and Rob, and they ended up, they didn't go home empty-handed. They got $10,000 for
Right. So every
charity.
charity got something, which
Yeah,
is always great.
yeah,
And I think Marshawn and Dave, they were really proud that they won two challenges. So his charity, which
yeah,
serves youth in the Oakland area,
yeah,
got 20,000.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was
So that was
good.
fun.
It was. It was a fun little fun episode.
Now I got to figure out, how do I get one of those RC bases? Is there a set that has like an RC base like that? I'm sure there is.
There's a Technic. What was that Technic control car that they came out
Yeah.
with that had? You can probably build a platform off of that, and it was pretty good. It had some power to it.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to, if I want to kind of up my skills, I need to do more Technic. I need to do more motorization, and doing something like an RC car would be fun. And of course, it would have a panda head on it, right?
Well, there you go.
Oh my
We
goodness.
might have to put something together. Maybe for Cascades, you and I can have a little demolition derby with our.
Oh, well, we're already doing a collab with Tricky Lug.
True.
So we're going to talk about that later
Yep.
separately.
Yep.
But for those of you who weren't here at the very beginning, tomorrow at 1 o'clock Pacific, 4 o'clock Eastern, I have a community build with the Dream Builders Lug, and we're going to be building Santa's front yard. So we're going to be doing that just as a community build for people who are interested. And my camera went
Yeah, that was
not
funny. You just went.
focusing.
You
There
went
we go.
soft
It's
all of a
weird.
sudden.
I need to gift myself a better camera for 2024. But thank you, PT, for such an amazing season.
Yes, it was
We
good.
made
was
it
fun.
through the whole season.
Yeah.
And thank you to our special guests too, all of the contestants who participated, as well as the guest co-hosts. We had Grant, who helped out a couple times, and Tom Kukonen, and also Tacos Blandino, who also helped out. So really couldn't have done it without everybody's help, and really appreciate everybody. And it's been fun doing this whole series. We did Lego Masters New Zealand season 2.
Yep.
And now we've done Lego Masters season 4, US, North America. So season 5 is on the way.
Yep. Perfect.
Stay tuned, folks. We did get confirmation from Endemol Shine that we'll be
When
working
that's
with them again next year. So yay!
So Naomi, do you have any holiday tradition like you do with the family or anything like that, or either growing up or currently do?
Well, see, things have changed a little bit because I am now practicing a plant-based diet. So some of the things I used to do, like I used to make a roast goose every year for Christmas for like 20 years. I did that. And then I've now been practicing a vegan diet for 4 years. So it's interesting because my family doesn't know what to do when I'm in town because my mom likes to make roast beef. So we'd always have like a big Christmas roast beef dinner. I would bring the goose, my mom would have the roast beef, and we'd have all the trimmings. I make
Yeah.
my own cranberry sauce. I still do that.
Yeah.
I do fresh cranberries with some orange juice and some ginger and sugar.
Yep.
Amazing. I still do that even at home by myself. But probably that's the biggest tradition. And then the other thing I've adopted is there is a recipe for a saltine cracker toffee. I don't know if you've heard about this.
I have. I think where you crunch up the saltines to make a base or something
You
like
put
that.
the saltines out on a baking sheet,
Mm-hmm.
and then you melt butter, or in my case, margarine, and then some vegan chocolate chips and a little bit of nuts like pecans,
Mm-hmm.
and you sprinkle it on top, and you let it bake, and it soaks into the saltine crackers, and
Yep.
so good. Excuse me.
That's all right. No, that's all right.
So good. You made me think about it so much I got choked up.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, I got to buy some more ingredients for that because I only have a few more days before Christmas.
Yeah.
Do you
No.
have any
Yeah.
traditions
Well,
you do? I know
we
you
always
dress
do
the same, right?
tamales. Yeah. We always do tamales, and it's funny because Christmas kind of New Year's because we'll also do those for New Year's. But yeah, do tamales, and then I think one of our things is we always well, it depends. Most of the time, we open gifts Christmas morning, and if we do that, we always got to pick one that you could open up Christmas
For
Eve.
Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although, and that still goes on with our family here, our son, because he's always like, oh, and then we're like, we kind of guide which ones
You
which
can pick that one over there.
yeah, because he's always like, I want that big one. No.
Yeah, because then it's like anticlimactic, right, for
Yeah.
Christmas Day.
Yeah. No, there's always excitement stuff, but yeah, we can do that. And then do we have sometimes we've actually opened up at or just after midnight, you know.
Hmm.
Um, and so
Well, my family is in Scottsdale, and when I am visiting them, another tradition we have is there's a person who decorates their house
mhm.
that used to work for Disney, I think,
Oh wow.
as a Disney Imagineer. So
Yeah.
he blings out everything, and he's got
Yeah.
snow blowers out and bubble machines, and he even has a little kiosk where you can buy marshmallows and
Yeah.
roast marshmallows and get hot cocoa. He
Wow.
opens his house garage, and you walk through, and it's like a little winter wonderland. So we try to hit that because it's not too far from where my parents are, and it just amazes me. And he has a little donation slot, like a little mailbox
Yeah.
that we'd be happy to take donations. I mean, I'm sure it must cost a ton just to put the whole operation on.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure if it's over years, you start adding, and then every year you add, and then, but
Mhm.
yeah.
When I lived in North Carolina, I used to have those inflatables, and every year I would get a different inflatable. So over about 8 to 10 years time, I had like my favorite was a reindeer that would pop out in and out of a
Oh,
gift box.
yep. Yeah.
And then I had a polar bear, and I had, I don't know, what was it? I want to say a Snoopy character, I think. Yeah, it was just fun to do. But
Uh,
after a while, it just got too much.
yeah. It can. Yeah. You can get it when you start doing that. It can get a little crazy, and yeah, you just kind of go and go and go, and you know. But I prefer Lego, so I put all my money into Lego.
Yeah, me too. I need to be a little more strategic, I think, about my Lego. But once again, I'm going to promote this because this has been sitting on my shelf and apparently on Grant's shelf too. And I actually gifted one of these to Brick Mamba because he said that would look great in my city. I go, okay.
There you
Because
go.
Grant was saying, I think I have an extra. I go, you don't want to go to the post office right now. We'll get a brick link seller to go to the post office. So
There you
thank
go.
you, Kansas City, KC, Bricks, I think it was called. Thanks for getting that over to Brick Mamba. So he's going to build along with us. But if you want to join us too, PT, you're welcome to join us. And you don't have to build this if you don't want to. But if anybody wants to join too, we have a maximum of 10. So we can do that tomorrow.
Perfect.
Cool.
All right.
Tomorrow, 1 o'clock Pacific, 4 o'clock Eastern. Well, it's been fun. Really
It has
appreciate
been.
you. Thank you so much. It's been
Yeah.
great hosting this Bricktacular Lego. We get a chance to have a break before the next round comes in.
Yep.
Maybe we'll have a Lego Masters New Zealand season 3.
Yeah,
Who knows?
Be nice. Who knows? Yeah. Who knows? Well, it was nice chatting with you. And
Take
yeah.
care. And thank you, chat. Thank you, Spot the Magic Ninja, Brick Jedi. Anybody listening later?
Debo.
Appreciate you.
You missed Debo there. Debo came in early.
Yeah, I
Like
told
3 hours
Debo,
early. He
hope
realized
you come
he said,
back 2.5 hours early. But
yeah, 2.5 hours early. Sorry.
yeah, I think he came in later.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Spot the Magic Ninja. Yes, have a great night and
Have a
happy
great night.
holidays.
Happy
to you
holidays
too.
to everyone. Merry Christmas.
Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow while we're building. If you want to be part of the community stream too, let me know, Spot. You know, we can put you on too.
Yeah.
But thank you, everybody. Don't forget to follow PT McEwen
Yay.
on Instagram. And that's me on Instagram as well. You're listening to the Brick and Eats Broadcast Network. Please like and subscribe to the stream. Really appreciate that. And you can also send snail mail, P.O. Box 87232, Vancouver, Washington 98687. And as they say on the Brick and Eats Broadcast Network, happy holidays. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, PT. Thank you, all the chat. And thank you, everybody. Hope your days are merry and bright. And as they say on the Brick and Eats Broadcast Network, thank you, and may the clutch be with you. Take care.
Yay.
Bye.